Hi everyone. All right, we are going to see if the second time's the charm today. This is the second time that I am going to try to do a rose today. I had mentioned in the last rose one that I did that I wanted to try to do one with two colors. My first attempt did not work well. You can kind of see there I cleaned my paper off, but not real well. That's not staining, that's just a little bit of the color because I just didn't really care. I was really annoyed. This is a Lorrie synthetic art paper, an 8-inch round. That's what the packaging for it looks like. Lorrie is really good paper. It is not bad to stain. I could get this off if I wanted to. I just, wasn't going to keep on wasting alcohol to clean it off when I'm mostly practicing. Anyway, just sharing my practice with you all. I switched colors because the colors I was using were just too pigmented, and as they started blending was leaving too much color in there because I didn't have enough little needle nose bottles right now to pre-mix them with the alcohol. So I switched to some more pastel colors. I'm going to try Cool Berry and Pink Sherbet and see how this works out. So yeah, part of my issue was that I did not have enough needle nose bottles to do, and so I was getting too much ink dripping onto the paper, and that was causing a problem. So, gonna try it again. Let's see if it works a little better with these pastel colors, since I can't mix it today before I put it in. Getting off center already. And we are having another humid, rainy day here, so I'm probably going to get some water beading. Probably going to have some issues with that today as well. Especially with these colors. These colors have a tendency to do that anyway. So I think I'm actually going to go over this because I want it bigger. I want it to be, more out here, not quite so small, so that I don't have so much just open space around it. I mean, I do want some open space, but not half the paper. Let's just do this. I'm probably using way too much of that. We'll see. As you can see, I'm trying not to make perfectly round petals. I do want it to be asymmetrical, I guess, the word maybe I'm looking for, because, most roses are not perfectly shaped, although a lot of them are. I'm trying to keep these outer petals reasonably big. I don't want them to be super small, because then you end up with just way too small petals in the center. You can see some of my ink built up a little too thick. And now this is something to remember for your other wispier type paintings that I usually do too. Wait a minute. So because I put so much ink down at one time, it had dried, and as the alcohol hit it again, it broke it up into these little bits and pieces that floated around. That's something to kind of watch out for on any painting that you're doing. And you can reactivate all that and it will blend back in, but it's really a pain in the butt to do because it takes quite a bit of it soaking in the alcohol to do that. So just try to watch out for that. I wasn't watching close enough on that right there and let it get a little too much. All right, so I'm gonna go with just some alcohol now and see if I can pull some more of that out a little bit. If you notice it's starting to dry, just put another couple of drops of alcohol on it before it has a chance to dry much. Pull that one out this way. See, I made a mess out of that. I didn't have enough alcohol down right there. And so dried up a little too quickly there. And I do want to try to keep my color, because I'm going to be using another color, I don't want to have too much buildup of this color in the middle. So that's why I am using just alcohol now to keep this lightened up a little and pulling it out of the center so that when I start laying down some of the other color, it's not going to be too dark. So I apologize if I'm not really explaining this enough to you all. This is still so new for me that, darn it, alcohol splatter on there. Anyway, this is so new for me that it's still trial and error for me. I haven't worked out a just tried and true way to this will work, you know, pretty much all the time. So it's a little difficult for me to say, okay, if you do this, this will happen. If you do this, this will happen. But I can give you an idea of the things that I'm trying. This drives me crazy. I don't want to go back over them and try to take them out. All right. Got kind of a hot mess now, but if you watch my other one, you know a lot of times it's going to start out that way anyway. This is the shell pink, or no, sorry, pink sherbet. So I'm going to start with it. Start working in the center here and make some more petals with it to start seeing if I can get a little bit of a color blend going here, and we'll see how this works. Hopefully better than the last one. I don't know what's up with my bottle today. It just keeps on spitting out alcohol. I just need to spread that out a little bit. It was built up. I had a little dam built up there of ink and it wouldn't go around it. It wouldn't pick it up. This is just some little tool I picked up at the craft store one day. Someone was kind enough to tell me what it was one time, but I forgot what they said. It was in the acrylic painting section. So, and it works great for just when you need to nudge your ink along just a touch. I'm gonna take out a little bit of ink out of the center of this because I don't want to. I'm getting so much buildup. Let me get those two. I'm just getting so much buildup that I'm afraid I'm getting too much sediment sort of floating around here. So I want to take out a little of that before I put down any more ink. And that is actually something you can do on your regular paintings as well. I've done that before when I've gotten too much ink pushed towards the center and ended up with just thick gummy mess there. I have wiped out part of it with alcohol and then reworked that spot. Alright, so I'm going to keep on going with the pink sherbet now. See what we can do. Oops. I had thought at first I was going to try to do that without alcohol, but it was going to take a lot more ink to be able to do it without the alcohol because it just wouldn't spread far enough. I didn't want to do that. You can see I'm getting that more purplish color in there now because that's the pink sherbet's blending with that Cool Fairy, picking up a little more, you know, making a little bit of a lilac blend in there, which is what I want. Not pulling things out as far as I want to today for some reason. Struggling with some of that. Alright, so I'm picking up a little more. I hope. To get me another cotton swab. This one's getting too inky. If I keep on blending too much without putting more in, it's gonna blend too much. Best way to put it. Whoa, that was a lot of ink going down there. I didn't mean to get that much. I think I got about 3 drops there. I'm going to give it another swipe right there because I want to come in with the pink sherbet again without having it so purple. I'm hoping I can get this to start turning a little bit pinker in there now. This is much easier if you have your stuff blended beforehand, I have discovered, because you don't end up getting nearly as much sort of thicker ink buildup. Sorry, I know I should probably practice some of this stuff some more before I try to show it to you all so that I can do better about knowing what I'm doing. But it's just always fun to kind of share the exploration part with you at the same time. All right. Bang, there we go again with alcohol splatters. No idea what is going on with my alcohol bottle. I am getting so much splatter out of it every time I tip it. It's like there's a little air bubble caught in the tip and it's spurting out little bits of alcohol. I was trying to decide whether to give that one more wipe in there, but I think I'll just leave it for right now. that was starting to build up a little too purplish there, so I wanted to get a little of that out of there. Boy, I have gotten so far off center, it is pathetic. One of the hazards of using these smaller pieces of paper to paint on. They blow away much easier. Going to end up a very rough petaled rose. All right. Now, I am just only putting the ink in there this time. No alcohol in that. That is just straight ink. Ow. Sorry, I jabbed myself. Jabbed my hand with the needle nose on the alcohol bottle. That hurt. Alright, so now I'm just going to use this little liner brush because I want to get some in here, but I don't want like a full drip of it. So I'm just trying to get some on there. Oh crap. Well, shoot. Obviously, I forgot to clean my liner brush the last time I used it. Okay. Always remember to clean your brushes, people. Do as I say, not as I do. I don't usually do that. I usually just lay my brush down, but sometimes I get in a hurry and end up leaving it sitting for a while. Okay. Now, maybe we're good. Let's try that again. A little dot of that on there. And let's put it over here because I want to pull that out a little right there. And if you watch it, sorry, I'm trying to wipe out that little line, but if you watch it, you know, it'll just kind of spread on its own a little bit. But I do like to sort of blow it back in some so you don't end up with too jagged of a line there. That blame little thing hurt. It'll bleed. You knew you needed warning labels on those for idiots like me. Alright. Now I'm coming off center again, not, you know, putting it directly in the middle of where I did before. And, you know, I do want to dry it so that I don't get, you can see it makes a little sort of jagged lines if you just let it go. And I don't really want that, but sometimes it happens no matter what you do. But drying it will help. And I'm doing each of these off center from the others, not right in the middle, so that I can get that the more petal look as it comes in towards the center there. About, because that's getting so dark right there, I'm just going to do a little drip of alcohol, just a little spot of just alcohol instead of ink. Let's see. And then I'll go back and do a little more ink on top of it. Now, you don't have to drip it out of your bottle like this. Normally, I would use something like just a little medicine cup measurement type thing. Except they've all disappeared. I don't know if the girls have taken them to play with. I have no idea where they've gone. So, I don't have any available at the moment. I'm going to do just alcohol on there again. Now, I do still have a little of the ink on there from before, so I'm still going to get a little color, but not too terribly much, I hope. Actually getting a little more fiddly in the middle than I'd meant for it to be, but let's see, I don't want a spot that big in the middle, so I'm gonna have to get off most of my ink or alcohol or whatever I choose to use, except apparently got it all off. Again, this is where a little medicine cup would come in handy, because when I dab it on my pad, it absorbs too much of the ink off of it. Oh, don't spread. All right. I'm not loving that center, but I am struggling a little much with it right now. Put a drop of ink on here, and I'm just letting it sit for just a second so that it'll, you know, absorb some of it out without getting all of it, maybe. Because I can't see my center spot good enough. It's spreading out more than I want it to. Stop. Let's try this. There we go. Just turn the heat on it while I'm doing it. All right. Well, there you go. I'm sorry that was kind of a struggle, and it's not perfect. I know that I can do better than this with some practice, but I did want to just share the kind of journey with you all, give you something to work with at least a little bit for if you wanted to try more than one color on a rose like this. I know I'd had a couple of people say they wanted to try to put some metallic, maybe use some pinata brass in theirs as they were doing it, and I'm sure that would be beautiful to do with some pinata brass in it. So there you go. I hope that some of this was useful information and not just watching me piddle around and try and figure out what on earth I was doing. All right, well, thank y'all for hanging in there with me again today, and I will be back just as soon as I can, probably with another wispy type painting the next time. Well, I hope all of you have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.